is when last we left off, you guys successfully persuaded the druids to like not get in a fucking fight with you and completed a ritual, admittedly at the cost of some exhaustion for some of you, in order to complete their druidic ritual with the powerful blood of a recently slain great beast, the giant enemy Craft. Saoirse did indeed get some fuck. She brought her blue.
And we all leveled
She
up.
got some blue.
Indeed, and you all leveled up.
Oh shit, that's right.
Shit.
Yeah, we ate now. Get those ASIs improved real quick.
Yeah, I'm sure they've forgot more than their ASI, sadly.
Yeah, you could say that. I kind of didn't.
Didn't you have to pick a spell still? You were agonizing over for ages.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I need to decide whether I want to pick the ASI or get the skilled feat to just.
That's what I did.
Just for fun.
Oh yeah, you went into princess levels, right? What was it for cooking?
Yep, I am cooked now. Nope.
I could get
still a little rusty. Hold on.
I could get stone carving, and
Yeah, Frey Titian can't help you with cooking.
The party then
He
got
just steals food if he
tailoring.
tries to help you. It's the only time a familiar can't help you is if it's Titian and it involves food.
Titian and food does not work.
Titian, in fact, grants disadvantage on cooking.
No.
No, only if he's nearby.
So
get another
put Titian in his cage, then have Astra come help me. Come on, sweetie, it's time to go make cookies.
She's a gallon of always.
Oh my god! Okay, yeah, no, I have to. Okay, you know what? No, I have to take the skilled feat. I have to. It's super important. I just had a realization.
All right. Which skill are you acquiring?
What would I take? Where would I put an extra skill? Like, oh, custom skills are just right there.
Yeah, I got a couple new spells, including fucking psychic lightsaber time.
It's not even. Yeah, that is. It's a sword made of sad. It's a mope saber.
Tentacles.
Yeah, but
instead of going vwom vwom, it goes
It's all Thyri's just disappointment and paranoia made manifest.
Oh, that's terrifying.
But here's the even better thing, right? I can do this, and then this. Because it's a cantrip.
You can indeed.
I am now a melee lock. Let's go.
This is what I got.
Storm Sphere.
I got more flexible.
Which has 2 bits.
Nice. So it's the 2d6 is the dot they take, and then they get attacked by it at 4d6. That's real cool. Oh, there's a nice power right there. Especially if you meta it, because can't you make it go from 20 foot to 40 then?
What?
Do you have like extend spell, or are you able to lengthen the range of it as well? Turn it from 20 to 40?
I can lengthen the range in which I cast it, but I can't increase the size of the spear, I don't think.
Okay. Different
so I
kind
can
of
cast it from 300 feet.
Which is good. Certainly good. Just fuck up someone's house. It's like, oh, nice. Which one have you got? The House of Straw, the House of Wood, or the House of Rocks? Thump. And Guiding Bolt, the best spell. I really like that spell.
It's a good spell.
It's a really good spell.
The tentacles.
Oh, wait, did I want to change one of my old spells out? I have Hold Person, I never use it.
Pardon,
yeah,
sorry?
I ditched a spell.
I have Hold Person and I never use it. Do I want to replace it though?
You probably should. I got rid of mine. It's not that great.
Yeah, will be when we need it.
Other level 2 spells.
It's like you have Hypnotic Gate, Hypnotic Pattern, which is just better than Hold Person.
It really is.
Like every way.
I gain one more spell known. Listen, this game is the middle of the night for me. You should be impressed I remembered to actually do half of my work for this.
Hooray!
Oh, yeah, and I have exactly 60 hit points now. That's cool. And the Borkling got her constitution up.
Yeah.
Yes, she beef Bork now.
Mm-hmm. Indeed,
Actually,
even beefier because she you'll finally get your last day for Jeanette to finish the braces. Gauntlets.
Yes, indeed.
Yay!
And then she can do a hacking sword swing.
Let's
boop you all over the here.
It's Savin. Do you have
Actually, I have more hit points than that.
You have the Artificer spell list?
Sure, let me pull that up. What do you need off it?
No, my question is, I already have Lesser Restoration and... Hang on, what's the other one? Oh, I just have Lesser Restoration right now. What other second level one? Because I just got another spell now.
Let's see. Magic weapons, always good, though probably not as great at this particular level. Rope Trick is an interesting spell, as is Alter Self, if you want to do some, like, non-combat stuff. That said, Invisibility is always just a good spell to have.
Ah, I didn't see invisibility there. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry. Eating old pizza.
Invisibility on Saoirse was literally the best thing. Well, greater invisibility anyways.
Oh yeah.
Invisibility, greater invisibility is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Sorks don't get hypnotic pattern?
Thyri got it as a warlock. I don't think swords do.
Yeah.
Not unless you get it as like a bloodline thing.
Okay.
I've noticed a vast quantity of sorcerer spells are just sort of in the realm of evocation, or at least harm.
Mm-hmm.
That's
They
mostly
are
because of the
Dippus
meta magic amplifying like crowd control spells is a terrifying concept. As a DM, you're suddenly just like, wow, they are able to really stop these people from doing anything. That's not interesting for them or me. Do you get counterspell? You should do the counterspell.
Yeah, I really thought about taking counterspell this level. It's a good time.
I felt so mean when I used counterspell on you like twice.
Yeah, I fucking hate counterspell.
And this begins the counterspell circle jerk.
Yep, it'd be like playing blue decks and magic.
Yep. I counterspell your counterspell. Yeah, well, this other character on my party counterspells your counterspell and my counterspell. It's just fucking no,
Maximilian's
please.
Earth and Grass might be neat.
Yeah, that's a fun spell. I used that on the party in 70.
Just make a giant hand come out of the ground and smash people.
The romantic Earthen Fist.
This is literally all I can think of when you're like, yeah, my counterspell counters your kind of counterspell. You're like, oh, the whole party just loses their shit.
Yeah, I really want to have you guys fight like a party of all mages in 70 just to fucking troll DCL.
Just to do that. Oh,
also,
God, yeah,
yes,
no,
to do that.
DCL.
Oh,
Trolling DCL is the most important part. I mean, the moment he sees a counterspell circle jerk is the moment when he's just like, fuck mages, I quit.
Oh,
especially if it's Boodum countering a spell when someone goes, they're getting away. That's the time.
Hold on, I gotta check
moment
something.
I get countered expeditiously retreating someone or something.
Alright, does Frida have counterspell? Can we actually do this? Hold on.
She has counter charm as a song.
I know that, but that's not the same thing.
Listen, I don't think she has counterspell. Why does DCL hate mages so much? Because he hates fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very magist.
He is so magist. It's because he let Pathfinder ruin him.
Yep.
Like he just can't.
Yeah,
he's just so deep in the cut.
Alright, Frida, let's look at your spell list here. Why do you have like 3 spells?
Because those are all tied up in macros. I think.
No, oh right,
like,
bards
there's-
have a
I
spells
was
known.
muted.
Yeah, they do spells.
Well,
now.
I mean, every single time he played Pathfinder, he kept playing the fucking shitty rogue.
Yeah, no, I mean, as I say, like, there's a lot of reasons he hates mages, and it's because he was just so deep in the cut of being unhappy playing Pathfinder.
Yeah, he was
That's
playing
all he
one of
knows.
the worst classes. Oh, kept playing one of the worst classes in the game.
And complaining about it, and then when being told that he's picking a skill class in a game that doesn't reward it, he would still do it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
sounds like it's all his fault there.
It is.
DCL
If he
has a
would just
real trend of making his own unhappiness.
Yeah.
Also, no, Frida has dispel magic. Lame.
Yeah, so do I. I also have Dispel Magic.
Alright,
It's like
well.
when he sits on one of the most, for a while, just one of the worst monks, and then complained about monks being low powered.
Mm-hmm.
And then Savin made a monk in Resendi's game, and it was amazing.
It was
Yeah.
so good.
Monks are fun to play.
Like, I enjoyed the shit out of playing a monk, which is highly unusual because I hate monks.
Stylistically, I can't fucking stand monks, but they do have cool powers.
Yes.
I do hate monks.
They're
Like,
very,
your monk
they're
should just
very
basically be a
wieldy.
JoJo character, and then it's okay.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
So yes, while you're all leveling up, you've got a day to rest and chill out. It's gonna take like a little bit of time for artificers from Maker's Rest to come work on the crab gate. You have more food than you know what to do with. Taka. What are your plans for that day while Jeanette's working?
Well, I mean, I heard someone's a big bag of hormones right now, so I imagine I'm gonna be stuck inside.
Well, no, she's going to be stuck inside, actually.
Heyo!
Make that receive not check for real this time.
All right.
Not bad. Ah, of course it's a Ruru test. It's a
Oh,
great
you
test.
want to re-reel? Let's re-reel.
Oh god,
Oh my
no.
god, fuck.
My dice,
Rule
why?
Yeah.
Ruru!
Oh yeah.
I am the best at re-reel.
Whilst succeeding at receiving not, Cynthia makes the best ruse. Ruse in sultry.
Sultry ruse.
Rude into the Borkosphere.
And meanwhile, on the other side of the castle,
Yeah. Let's see your
fucking
test.
Jesus Christ. Thyri just
Oh,
takes
Thyri.
like 20 ranks of gape.
Alright, 1 second.
Just split apart.
You forgot to stretch.
Yeah.
You forgot the prelude stretching. I mean, you had to prepare
True.
yourself for that.
It's true.
Yeah,
Whereas
you,
the
you, just
Jarl
might, you
is
might
ready.
be out of practice, really.
She was gone for a whole, like, 2 days. With
Yeah,
With the
out of
Jarl.
practice.
the Jarl.
Doing nothing but that. I guess Thyri's just gotten tired now. It's like, not tonight, honey. I have a headache.
You lose fear phone privileges. What do you?
Listen, it wasn't my friend that my friend. No, my fault. The sphere friend's voice is just the toaster from Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, that is basically it.
That is the perfect voice for it.
Honestly, it should be like Mr. Fister. The best robot. Oh, good boy. Yeah. Alright, so a number of the party are quote-unquote indisposed. That leaves Anna and her slaves, Saoirse, her super best friends, Saoirse.
Damn, that's better.
Vic.
Oh god, what happened to the No, what happened to the...
What's up?
Nothing, I just broke some stuff, that's fine.
Oh.
It's fine, I just broke some spells, that's fine, I just have to fix them. By the way, wait, this isn't an attack spell, this is not an attack spell, no, go away. Wait, hang on, I need to
It's because it's got a damage number in it. You need to change its spell on the spell card, not in the core. To not an attack. Because the spell card version of it should do the numbers when you click it anyway. Or maybe it doesn't, I'm not sure. It's got a damage number in it, which is always hard to say.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, look at it go.
Oh, you actually took black... Of course you did. Of course you did.
Come on now.
It's
Look
look.
at all the tentacles. How can you expect them not to?
It's
Well, I mean, I'm still very tempted to not take that and take something else.
Well, you're gonna have to pick before you guys get into a situation where you would like to be casting your spell. Yeah.
Let's go with black tentacles.
Do I eat curses? Or do
I mean, the
take
curse
black
eating
tentacles?
is also quite awesome and creepy.
It's very creepy.
Unless someone already on your team has the ability to just remove curse.
I think Thyri does.
Nope.
Yeah. No?
I thought you did.
Why would I ever take remove curse?
Someone
Okay,
has
you're a
removed.
lock. So.
Someone removed that dude's curse.
Yeah,
That was just a
was-
high level dispel.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, it was a critted dispel check.
Okay, so that's what that was.
Yup.
Yep, dispel is something I can do. Remove curse, less so.
Specifically, to remove curse is quite harder to do. And it eats a curse like it's a cookie. Yarp.
Yep.
Someone's asking if you have the Iron Man spell. I mean, technically he does.
Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow,
I
meow.
really wish there was
Do
a way
we
for me
have
to learn
the
more
spell
spells.
handout for that somewhere?
Yes. It is under handouts.
Ah, yes, the
Sentinel
Sentinel spell. Alright, let me just actually add that into my little spell list here. To Sentinel spell. I guess that's a transmutation spell.
Yeah. Well, it's transmutation evocation, but it is primarily transmutation.
Whoops. It's not that button. That's not what I'm supposed to do. Oh, there it is. That's what I do. Okay, now it goes out. Now it goes away. I just want to have it there.
Does anyone else have the sound only coming out of one side at times? Do you have your audio set to mono, Savin, or is that just is that just Reaper's fault?
Hmm?
Do you have your audio set to like mono or like stereo, but only one side?
No, that
I mean,
sounds like
I
a you
already
problem.
have. I already have Hunger of Hadar.
This is true.
So
Hunger of Hadar basically does the duty of Black Tentacles.
yeah, basically. It doesn't just do restraining though. I think.
Well, I mean, if you put Black Tentacles on a Hunger of Hadar spot, is one of them a concentration, the other one isn't? I think Hunger of Hadar might not actually be concentration. I forget.
It's a is the they're both concentrations.
They're
so I
both
can't
so
do
yeah,
both.
you wouldn't be able to double down, which would have been crazy. It's just like cold and acidic and slowing, and then tentacles make it difficult terrain and also keep dragging you back into it. That'd fuck your whole day up. I feel like it was a cool idea just to have an object that, like, an ability that gives you what is effectively legendary actions. It just makes you Iron Man temporarily.
Now, my understanding is I have that as a ritual I can cast.
You have written it in as your ritual book, so yes, your casting time isn't an action as it would be from the book, but you can preemptively
Yeah, cast it before we go into bullshit.
Before you
then...
go into bullshit, yes. It becomes I believe it's a 10-minute cast.
Mm-hmm, that's rituals.
Not all rituals, some rituals are quite fucking long.
And then we hope you don't roll a 1.
Yep.
I just like the idea as well. If you keep trying to fucking Iron Man suit up, it does ability drain on you. Like, it still works, but it makes you very weak inside that suit.
Yep, just turn into a little raisin inside.
Okay. You went with e-cutters. Awesome.
I have to go with Anna being make her more of a creepy witch.
Yep. It is the best.
I already have Hunger of Hadar and shit like that. Oh, I gotta fix my other spells now too. Fuck, they got fucking broken. I changed their names and therefore they exploded and broke.
Yep. That's because they were pulling stats out of the compendium itself, and then you change the name and it's like, this isn't in the compendium. Ground control to Major Tom. Stray shoot is fine. Everything is fine. Excellent. Speaking of everything being fine, Jeanette, you finally complete the gauntlets. How do they look when they're done?
Well, I made them mostly out of Drake scale. So they're probably wasn't that Drake red?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah. They're probably really cool, like red and scaly. There's like if you look really closely, there's like vein-like textures running through it from all of the sinew. But yeah, it looks
Excellent.
like the beginning to like raid gear, pretty much. Pretty great. And you know what? She'd like spend all that extra money on making the inside like really supple and soft, so they're great to wear too.
These are as useful as gloves and as comfy as mittens.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So I've got
Alright. Yeah, Astra will be delighted
That broke.
with her brand new shiny gift.
yeah.
And then immediately go and try and arm wrestle Dad.
Yeah, well, it's just that I'm gonna have to wait a while because she's busy. I'm just gonna try to look and try to find people. Then everyone's gone.
Why is this
Where
broken?
did everybody go? No,
I mean, no, you can hear the ruing from one of the rooms. You know exactly where one person is, at least.
just like, oh, right.
The entire town just hears the ruing.
Can you break even?
Alright,
those
we must
kooky
go again.
hellhounds, they're out
Ties
of
will
it.
not stand.
Alright.
Nope, that's broken too.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck
Damn
yeah. Slam!
it. He, like, sneezes, and then fuck, crunch. You break a side table. Oops.
Yeah. I shall just,
Between
like...
the two, it's probably, like, Thyri is just sort of sat out on the sofa, and there's just a crashing room. What was that? Both Astra and they are like, nothing. Nothing.
He's got a +6 raw strength check. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's even higher when he's bulked up.
He is the beef man.
Mm-hmm. He's the very high CR. It's like personal pride versus daddy pride at allowing himself to be spun. Alright, I think daddy pride wins out this time. It'll be like so I don't let anyone else see you do that.
Yeah, as long as no one else is around.
Yep. He's just like kicking shit off the mantle when he's spun as well. Like, oh, they are really not going to be happy about this. And there's just more clattering. Are you sure everything's fine? Is soup double nothing?
Do I need to come in there? No!
No.
It's just, she puts on the gloves and then immediately in Amazons. Because she goes up from, what, 10 to 19?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Muscles. Muscles.
Just instantly becomes, like, Anvil from Girl Power.
Yep. Come on.
But no, this is, this is a magical effect, so that doesn't actually happen.
Yeah, no, she doesn't get, like, horrendously just jacked forearms. It's just, like, only the forearms.
That broke as well. Well, fuck, all my shit's broken. Somehow. This spell isn't even in the compendium, and it's broken. Let's try. Wait, does this one work? No, wait, that one's gone.
I have no idea what you did. I think it's because you had an attack card different to the spell card, and when you renamed them, you were like, also is attack, and so it kind of fucked things up.
Maybe.
Oh well. Kina is bad at character sheets.
Yes.
I think yours is reliably the only one that seems to have just like saves in the wrong place. And wow, look at that fucking snake eyes triple. It's a 3-eyed snack.
Yep.
Doesn't it feel great when you roll minimum damage to the target and injure the shit out of yourself?
I'm sure it's going to feel great.
She's just like practicing on a log, just like cut, ow, ow, ow. But like logs are exploding into shrapnel, so it's awesome at the same time.
It hurts to be so cool.
Help! I'm just too awesome.
You should work on finding you a good sword that doesn't hurt yourself.
That's what I said. That everyone said that was a stupid idea.
Oh my shirts.
That's not a stupid idea.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I was not here when you said that then.
Yes.
Savin and Winter were like, no, this is great. This is a great sword.
No, I mean, we should definitely find a sword that doesn't just, obliterate Astro, but while we don't have one, this will do.
This is still a +2 sword with a potential damage of
D8 plus D6 plus 2D4 plus attribute.
yeah, a potential 28 damage, not including crits. Like that's a very high damage potential.
Crits out of this thing are going to be fucking brutal.
Yes, yeah, because it does doubles dice. That includes the disruption dice as well. So it would be 28 plus 22. Yeah, I mean it would be 50 damage crits at maximum. Alright, Jeanette's gonna go read stories to the Eggos. If you're doing it as a macro, you should go with the classic /me.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Is that Green Flame Blade?
Yes.
Your numbers are wrong.
Are they?
Yeah, because you're level 5 now, so... Let me pull it out here.
Yep, your cantrip is leveled up, so it comes with initial bonus damage and then does a
Yeah, I did
higher
that.
damage leap.
Oh, do I have the wrong? Oh, the damage number is wrong. It's just wrong.
Yep, just straight up wrong.
It's a D8, not a D6.
Yes, and it's a D8 plus 3 on the secondary target too.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why Green Flame Blade is objectively the best cantrip.
I mean, I still
Oh, yeah, it is
Booming Blade
classified.
has identical modifiers. It's just they have different uses.
Yeah.
I love them both. Again, I love that it's a thunder attack that isn't really sonic because it's vibrations, and that's the coolest shit.
Yeah, so at 5th level, it's 1d8 extra fire damage to the primary target and 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier to the secondary target.
Very cool. And Eagle Splendid Saoirse's going to hang out with Mal and Ash. Alright, yeah. I mean, they're still in a weird position of being slaves for someone who thinks that they're super best friends, and they've watched very recently a Tiefling Werewolf Jarl wedding, and I mean, they're back to crafting as Anna is currently, making herself skilled, big air quotes, so they're probably involved in that process. But yeah, they've certainly got time to speak with Saoirse.
Half of a grasp of slavery.
It's more of a grasp than Anna.
Yeah. And
Shadow Bolt. Oh wait, do I have that? Wait, is that my? Do I have that? I do. Wait, I do have Agonizing Blast. So that's different. So that's.
Why would you tell bedtime stories to waffles?
Wait, did that work? It did. I just rolled
Shit.
shit. I just rolled a 3 instead of a 7. Like, wait, what?
Everything is awesome.
Everything seems to be working. I have new abilities.
Very cool.
This is the best. So are we taking downtime or something? What is this? What's going on?
No, we're taking a day off.
Jeanette literally did one more day and she finishes it, so now it's what the fuck do you want to do?
I am going to work with Al, Mal, and Ash to stone carve.
Okay.
But what are we doing for adventuring?
I want to go to the Freelands.
What are our quest hooks in the Freelands?
I mean, I have stuff for my character, but...
What are our current quest hooks anyway?
Well, if you direct yourselves to the quest log, you can see stuff that you got here. That needs a bit of updating.
Yeah, it does.
The Drake has been defeated and turned into cool shit. Druidic Town. Grandis is controlled by the boars, that's fine. The Weehawks was resolved. The Eldritch Cut. Given at least one base of operations. Fuck. I need to update, like, my own things.
Can I just delete all the quests we've completed off of here? Just to save
Sure,
room?
give me a second to update the Eldritch Cult, though.
Alright.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Let's see here. And there is monsters on the bay. To the western bay.
Good morning, Slam, and welcome to Japan. I can't say that any other way now.
Yep. I'm getting injured. I will get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. Changes saved. There you go. Not updating my GM quest log puncher just like every other GM. It's fucking pristine, but to be fair, I'm the last one who updated your quest log.
Well, I was gonna.
True.
Wow, that looks a lot neat. That is a lot neat. That is a lot neater.
Yes.
Yeah, it's hard for me to keep track. I run the actions of evil, and all of you guys have various downtime things that I keep track of too.
So what
Let's
are we
see.
doing now?
I heard there's cool shit in the Rune Fort.
That would be neat. That would be interesting. Wait, why is the attack of this slightly different?
I see your stone carving roll is quite high. What is it you're carving?
It looks like an attempt at some kind of strange monolith.
All right.
Like
awesome.
a small little monolith. But it is like it is got rudimentary little like those same symbols that Anna draws in the ground sometimes are all over it.
Where's
Okay.
the Western Bay?
The first inspiration that she gets.
The great big purple square.
Because she's not trying to do anything interesting. Just randomly carving something.
Wow. That's not a bay.
Yeah, if it was a bay, it'd be like down here or something. God.
How about fuck you?
Actually,
Wow.
it's like somewhere else, like here.
That's an inland lake, though no it fucking ain't.
Exactly.
Alright, so... Yeah, we could just fuck off and, like, maybe go to Saruman, see how they're doing, and then go to the ruined fort from there. Because there's no, like, bridge down here anymore, is there?
No. There is, as far as I know, no reason to go there. Also, none of you guys know, like, fucking anything about that city there.
There's a
Can I
town
ask
here
the Jarl?
that we don't know anything about. It doesn't even have a name.
I consult the Jarl's maps and or the Jarl. Assist.
Let's see here. That there is... Well, it was
It's
a
another
city.
stronghold.
No, yeah, it's Stronghold South. Those are the strongholds up there. I think they're South Stronghold, but they aren't. They're Middle Stronghold.
It's Stronghold 3, Strongholder.
Wow, rude, yeah. This place is Destroyed City.
Destroyed city.
It was leveled quite a long time ago, and since really there isn't anything economically viable about that place, no one really bothered to repopulate it.
Destroyed city. Well, clearly that's just where the cult's base of operations is.
Could be anything.
Scout says, quietly moving some things around the map.
Shifty. Not much as with a lot of things in this game. There is plenty that I have not actually developed plans for, which I think is the safest way to handle it. A destroyed city is the destroyed city until you get there, and then it becomes something relevant. Otherwise, I don't give a shit.
It would be interesting to go.
She says, continuing to smoke screen.
Yeah, we just find out that destroyed
More like
city's
vape
got
screen. 1 second.
a bunch of like great beasts roaming around in it. It's completely overrun by him. Find out his name was Yarnum.
Yarnum.
Oh man, I fucking want to play Bloodborne D. Let's go.
Like, I'll consider it. It's not like I haven't got books and plans.
Well, let's fucking go,
Yeah, I kind of
cunt.
want to do the ruined fort thing.
Yeah, I still want to do the ruined fort. Even though there's fucking nothing there, like, we just get there and it's just like, oh yeah, it's an abandoned fort. Cool. Oh, then we leave. Because there's nothing there. That would be sad.
There you go.
Anyway.
That place is called Kayla Bale. Little village.
If we want something
Cool.
to actually do, I vote for the bay.
Yeah, I also vote for the bay between our two quest hooks that we can actually pursue right now.
Does that mean going back to the Ashenholds?
Round trip, I think, yeah.
No, it's the opposite direction.
What?
Wait, what?
That's
Where's the
good.
bay?
I thought we were going. Never mind.
No, we said if we're gonna do the bay, we're not doing the ruined fort.
I mean, yeah, the ruined fort, we don't actually have any quest logs, any quest hooks there at all.
You could try and do research about it, I suppose, but not anything the Jarl knows about.
I mean, considering, I assume that used to belong to the Jarl, right?
Well, I mean, it used to belong to whoever had control of this place before it moved into the control of Jarl Bulgraf, and then Jarl Bulgrafsson. Or Solgrafsson.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm confused. Alright, so it's been ruined longer than Hubby
It's
here's...
been ruined longer than this has been his domain, but
Okay.
that's the case for, frankly, a lot of land in this setting. It hasn't been under the control of their respective Jarls for much longer than history itself has existed, which isn't very long.
Alright, well then, in that case...
So let's do the bay, then the Ashenholds.
Do we have to do the Ashenholds? They're racist there, I don't want to go back. They sucked. Can we just detonate a giant, like, magical nuke there and ruin the
No.
setting?
No.
Come
I
on,
mean,
that's
if
what
you're-
happens to every
if you're-
place I don't like.
If you're fine with that, and then losing a character to it coming back,
Look, this character has a daughter I can just sacrifice, so it's fine. Keep
oh,
playing
don't you
Thyri.
dare! Don't you dare!
No. Okay, yeah, let's go to the Western Bay, which is really just on the coast.
Yeah, no, it's spelled B-A-E.
It's actually just the
Of
domain of
course it
a
is.
naiad who sits there on the coast. She is, in fact, the Western Bay.
No, it's a Kraken waifu.
And I'm not getting less erect.
I would hope more. She's got more limbs. Girthier limbs.
Alright, so yeah, let's, let me get my little freehand tool here. Let's go doot, 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 doot.
Or we're stopping by Maker's Rest, okay.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. It's just, that's where the road goes. It goes up here and then
Yep.
down.
That is just straight up the road.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, that works.
I assume there's no road that just, bypasses Ashenhold for no reason. Actually, we could go to First Holding instead, go from the crossing, like, to up here and then down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can essentially, from about this point here, take a village pathway and skirt the outside of the Boar's lands to the First Holding, if you really want to avoid the Ashenholds.
I mean, I do.
Ash and Holt wasn't that great.
I mean, 3 out of 5 of us are tieflings, so.
I think it was okay. I got some new friends there. It was cool.
Yeah.
Well, and Ash would
yeah,
share an uncomfortable look.
They're my bestest friends.
And we're really going to have to talk about this at some
Thyri and
point.
Viv.
I mean, ignorance is bliss, after all.
There, okay.
I will
Let's
give
call this our
Mal
path.
and Ash a hug.
Alright. Let's see here. What is the name of this village?
Can we leave Mal and Ash here?
But then we would see each other all the time.
Yes, but it
couldn't
would
play
be much
games.
safer for them here.
But, Anna, hold on a second. Didn't you know distance makes the heart grow fonder? The more distance you have between them, the greater your return will be, and the more best friends you'll be with them. Hold on, let me just roll something for this.
Yeah, I'm consider yourself assisted with the deception or persuasion, yeah.
Also, it's just a matter of space. Bringing them along with you and your character's going to take up space.
Do you,
Okay,
would
I
you like
think-
to roll a wisdom save?
I get. Okay, I think you guys can convince Anna that it would be safe. They will be safe here.
Yeah, and then on your return, you guys will be more even best friends with them.
I want to be better best friends.
They both share a look. Great. I mean, we're happy to not die on the road, so... You know, however long you need to take.
These are effectively level 0 characters, right?
Yes. They are indeed level 0 skill tradesmen. They have no class levels. They have skill proficiencies just because they were made to have skill proficiencies, and that's basically it. Oh yeah, no, Ariane will be happy to have some people helping around the house and the keep.
Great.
Okay, and it will.
They're technically slaves, but we're not treating them as such.
Yeah, no, Ariane is just like, I mean, we don't really do slaves here properly, so sure, I mean, they'll just get treated like any workers.
Please pay them.
Sure.
And we'll do an uncomfortable
sorry.
little like.
Bless you.
Then we'll run over to each of them and like we'll give them like one of her crushing hugs. Like I'm gonna miss you so much. I can't wait. I want to see you guys again soon. I'll be back soon. I'm gonna miss you guys.
Okay, cool. Like look pleadingly over his shoulder, over Anna's
Drop.
shoulders through the writhing tentacles.
All right, I guess I'll drop them. Guess I'll drop them.
Awesome. Three tieflings and 2 insane humans. Trance off into the wilderness again. Hooray!
I'm gonna try not to cry.
Okay, great. We'll try
It's
to.
funny that we're like half tiefling, half human. That's our party.
Yep,
They're all fucking nutters.
we're very diverse around here. Yeah, the party's an equal opportunity employer.
So let's aim. Well, not quite what one would consider equal opportunities. Considering some of your workers are slaves, but you know. Effectively equal opportunity.
That's not our
it's almost the
choice.
same.
As Stray would say, you monster.
Alright. Let's go.
I know, Stray. I know. I wasn't trying.
Da 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 da.
Okay.
I know
So
you
yeah,
gotta
you're
say it
able to
like
get and
GLaDOS.
make. Do you have any actual plans when you get to Maker's Rest? Like you get there in probably half a day.
I have to send my letters.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing anything in Maker's Rest. I mean, well, before I say that, let's all check our rations and everything and make sure we don't starve to death on the road. Or anything. Yeah,
Well,
Thyri's good.
I've never really bothered. I just always kind of took away gold from how much I had and just assumed I had rations for the.
Same.
Pretty much.
Well, fine, cheaters. We're gonna play that game.
I asked if I could.
Yeah, I said I wasn't
Hi.
going to bog it down with rations. I would like to just make sure that you do things like regularly spend the money from when you get from place to place so that you aren't starving to death. Especially since amongst your party you can slow down for a day and make enough food to last you a couple more. So
Every time I get gold, I take some off the top for, like, food and stuff.
Alright, so yeah, we don't need anything, so we'll just continue on down the road.
I'm gonna buy some blocks and some blocks of wood and some stones, so I can do some carving and stuff.
Oh, actually, that's a good point. I need to buy cook's utensils so that I can cook properly.
cool.
Yes, excellent. How much does that shit cost anyway? Why doesn't it list cost under the fucking handouts?
I wish I had. Oh, I wish I had a little forge. That way I could make. That way I could do some metalworking. Wait. I have an idea. Oh my god.
Cook's utensils cost 30 GP? What?
No, they only cost 1.
Are you sure? Because the fucking D&D Beyond says it's 30 GP.
The SRD says 1 GP.
Fucking, let me just go open the player's handbook here. God
I need.
damn it,
an
D&D
anvil.
Beyond.
I need a little anvil. Oh my god. I need metal ore.
Because
You
I
need
sure
metal?
as shit can't afford
I need metal ore
everything.
and a little anvil. Something I can smack metal against.
Yep. Oh no, that really good 5e SRD GitHub is gone.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, because it's illegal.
It was illegal. Yeah. It was gonna
That's
happen. I'm just
unfortunate.
sad that it did.
I'm sure someone will make another one in time.
That was so fucking good. Grumble.
Alright, so it only costs 1 GP. Good.
I need to make something for Jeanette. I need to make an art piece for Jeanette. What do I make? What should I make?
I don't know.
So how far do we get on the first day?
Oh my god. Yes.
Let's see here. Roll me 2d20 first, please.
Sure. God fucking damn it.
Encounters.
No. Okay, so the weather doesn't turn bad until evening, essentially. So by the time you reach crossing, it's actually gotten too dark to travel any further anyway, and that's basically the same time as it starts pissing it down with rain.
Boo rain.
Just looked at the chat. All TCR characters
Wow.
actually went the same way. Salt views about the question of gender and prejudice. No, black.
Wow.
Hi, Hedra.
Hey, Edra. Oh, fuck, that's great. So, yes, you guys arrive in Crossing. It looks like they've managed to repair it ever since the Drake sort of smashed it the fuck up. The
That's
living
good.
costs are as in the handout, I believe. Let's see here. So yeah, if you want to, stay in a decent place, it'll cost you a GP per person for the night of modest living.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
How much per person?
1 GP.
Okay.
1 gup.
My
Go.
slowly dwindling GP. I'm only down to 12.
I have 2. Fuck off.
I have 20.
Why are you all so poor?
Because
Because I
spend all my
started
money.
poor and I haven't had a chance to get more money.
I
Yeah.
spent a bunch
Scout,
of
we
money
need to
on
go
stuff.
on more dungeon delves so we can actually get some capital back, please. Thanks.
Look, you guys actually have a lot of what we like to call sellable great beast parts that you could sell instead, but you hang on to all of them.
Well,
so
yeah, because we're
fucking
gonna
don't
use
blame
them
me.
as soon as we get liquid capital to turn them into magic items.
Look, you gotta fucking spend money to make money.
Yeah, so we need to spend money on all these magic items that we've accumulated. So now let us go make money by killing things.
I guess we could maybe sell some stuff. Like, we could sell some of this chimera shit. And the
So,
boule
yeah.
hides.
While you are overnight in Crossing, it's a quiet time. You're all able to get about your day, or well, your nights normally. There's probably
Oh
some
my God.
carousing in the tavern.
Scout,
Yes.
can I use my tailoring skill to make an outfit out of the magma boule hide so I can stay nice and toasty warm all the time?
Yeah, I guess so. There's nothing
you took
stopping you
weaving?
from quilting a hide.
I still need another week of downtime for weaving.
Oh wait, that might take time. I can do it on the road.
You can actually do it on the road, yes. Was yours learning the skill proficiency, though?
Yes, it
that's-
was.
Yeah, Anna cheated and got the skilled feat.
I'm aware.
Such a cheaty son. It's true, I guess it is actually leatherworking. To work with
Would it
hide.
be leather? Would that be
Yeah.
leather work? Oh, I guess it would.
Yeah,
be.
that's true, actually.
Yep.
Poo.
Yep,
Tailor.
great
man.
roll.
I picked it. Damn,
You're
I
a
picked it.
tailor.
Oh wait, I have leather workers tools here.
Yeah, aren't you
Are
a
you
leather
proficient
worker
in it,
already?
though?
I have all the proficiencies in
You're
all the
just
skills.
a weird savant.
That is factually true.
Yeah, no, you literally have leatherworking stuff already. But I believe you're proficient.
I can still do it.
Oh my god. Yeah, you just do leatherworking. That skill you actually do have already. Although I dare say the attribute for leatherworker should not be strength.
Mm,
It's usually a dex skill.
that's not very good at all.
It's either that or an int skill, which is worse.
Even worse. Wait a minute. Wait,
Can you
how
use
is that?
medicine or nature to see how they are coming along? Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Give
right.
me a nature test, please.
Alright, it's just straight proficiency bonus. I have 0.
And serious help.
Oops, I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit the.
The cog.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Alright, so I mean, you're looking over these eggs. I mean, they're still warm and they're still alive. The framework that you built to, keep them effectively incubated still seems to be working just fine. There isn't an obvious change about them. Like, there's nowhere in the Rolodex of Jeanette information for what is the gestation period of a dragon-based creature that was inseminated magically, using not dragon stuff as well as some dragon stuff. You need muscles to work leather, but you don't do the actual defining part of the working leather by just sheer brute force. I allow it for smithing, but it's a dex or an int check to use leather working tools. Same with most tools, frankly, and then you've got the performance ones, which is charisma or dex.
I'm using charisma for disguise kit.
Yep, that's part of that as well. That's
then I just
disguise
changed
kit
my
is
weaver's-
almost an art.
And I've changed my weaver's tools
So-
when I get the proficiency to intelligence.
You're saying I couldn't use my wisdom of disguise kits, saying like I've seen what worked in the past. I can probably
afraid
use
not.
that for the future.
No, charisma or intelligence. Intelligence is just the knowledge of application, and charisma is essentially the act of it all.
I'm guessing tailoring would be
Dex or
dex.
It's actually Weaver's tools. It's apparently weaving.
8s and 10s and a shitload of stuff. Puny immortals. It's true. It's true. You're a smart girl.
Have a +10 and receive none.
Yep. But yes, I'm afraid that all Jeanette really learns is that the eggs are still alive, which is promising and good in all of itself. There really just isn't a way to know with them, at least as far as you're concerned. You might need to find some kind of Drake expert, which I'm not sure exists.
We don't know any high elves.
And you assume they would be Drake experts.
They're old, so yes.
Ooh, but what about this? What about this place on the map that has a big dragon head on it?
That would be a place to go if you wanted to find out how they're doing. I mean, they might be a little bit mortified that you're making people drakes, but
Aren't drakes and dragons different though?
they are.
Let me
but
find
they're
out.
still part of the family.
No,
They're just retard cousins.
Hey, I did want to go up that way.
It's
But
true.
not now, because we're not doing things right there.
Well, you're not. I have 3 things I need to do over there.
Sure, but we're waiting for some kind of quest hook.
I have 3.
No Jeffrey. No Jeffrey for you.
Why?
I gave
why
you a
not?
Jeffrey. I gave you one.
He's literally canonized. Savin dropped him in your lap.
It's true. Okay, so I mean, there is a Jeffrey that exists, although he's currently fucking bitches in the north.
This is the north.
The north.
Yeah.
North.
North of the north.
Double north.
Yeah, the double north, where Anna is from.
So Sweden.
Alright.
Probably more northerly than Sweden.
Finland?
Yeah.
The Arctic Circle?
Greenland.
Just chilling out in Greenland.
Fucking Greenland is a closer approximation of the fact that it is literally an ice waste hellhole inhabited vaguely by Vikings that only survive off the raiding they do on places that are a little bit better off than them. It's basically fucking Greenland.
Alrighty then. Well, since we're stuck here, for the night at least, I would like to try and use my background feature, Popular by Demand, to try and make some money by doing performances at the tavern or something.
Yeah, sure, give it a go. Would anyone like to assist who have performance skills?
Ooh! I can dance. I'll dance.
This is true. Performances, big air quotes.
Hang on.
I have
let me
exactly
see.
as much performance as Cynthia, can I?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can help. Nope, that's just
Steal a shell.
straight up charisma checks. Nah, I can't
Well,
help. You're on.
Yeah, you don't have the performance. That's fine. The others all rue.
Oh hey, is that one? Last time we were here, that one where Tiger was here. Is she still bouncing around, or no? The traveling were Tiger lady.
The traveling survivalist one. She is not here though.
Ah,
I mean, there are other people that could be here in Crossing, actually. Would you like to roll me a d20?
sure. Behold my one. It's pretty much a 1.
There's nobody that you recognize. No, let's face it, a 1 would be an enemy. A 1 would be like,
Just Thyri's mom is just sitting in the tavern as soon as we open the door.
Yeah, no.
Probably more like the
there's just
Seneschal.
nobody there that you know. The Seneschal instead.
So
How would ruin such a thing?
Someone who already actively hates us.
Mm-hmm.
we should have shot him with a poison crossbow bolt.
Who would hate us? We're
Finish him.
adorable.
Yeah, okay then. So, you do your performances. You have advantage from everyone working. What does a 19 result in, or is it just up to GM interpretation for how much your check is worth for income?
It's up to you.
Okay then. Roll me 1d4. and 46. Alright, you make 9 silver.
That's not bad. And we have 3 people doing performances, split it evenly, 3 silver each.
Good shit. But yeah, and that is your night. There is some dancing and some singing, some bangly bells. Now, here's a question for Anna.
Yes.
Where are your tentacles hidden?
Still doing the pregnant thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean that would impose disadvantage on you just by carrying this like bulk of your body like on your tum-tum. But you managed to make your bell bangles dancing very chip. Yeah, exactly. It's still 20, so you still managed to do your dance very charmingly. So good job there. And yeah, you're able to get on the road the next day. It's still raining come morning, but it's not like absolutely shit pissing it down like it had started to the previous night. So yeah, you're able to get back underway again.
Do we spend the night here, or?
Yeah.
Okay, in the night something happens.
All right.
Oh
Awesome.
dear.
Oh no, is it a walk?
No. Hey, Thyri.
Huh? What?
When you wake up in the morning, Anna is just like is just like 6 inches away from you and is just staring at you.
Thyri gives you, like, leans back away from you, eyes, like, immediately blinking wide open.
Ludwig's like watching idly from the floor.
Hi, Anna.
Hi, Thyri.
How's it going?
Everything's going really good. I was just making sure that you had good dreams.
Thyri, like, looks side to side, just confused and...
I was scaring away the bad monsters.
Ludwig will doggo shrug at you.
So, you know, like, Ludwig doesn't sleep, does he?
He does not.
Okay.
They were going to steal your breath, but I scared them away, and I put a nice little protective charm on you. So you'll be safe.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Anna.
And there is in fact something around your neck. Detect magic.
So yeah, what's around
WTF.
Thyri's neck?
Around Thyri's neck is well, it looks like an amulet. It is carved out of wood. Is it an immaculately carved piece of wood that looks like a circle and a bunch of tentacles inside of it with a candle. But the tentacles are all like cradling the candle and are are protecting it. But every single time, whenever you look away from it, you could swear that it moves. But when you look at it, there's nothing there. It's obviously just a piece of wood. When you look away, it starts moving again. You could swear.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, I mean, like Thyri, when you're using detect magic on it as well, you experience very much the same thing. Like you detect magic on it directly, and you try to detect magic on it directly, and nothing really comes up. You're just sort of like about to dismiss the spell. You like swear for a moment there's like that dull glow to it, and you look back, no glow there at all. It's definitely this morning paranoia getting to you.
Well, yes, thank you, Anna. It's very sweet
welcome.
of you.
It is a very, very nice amulet. A bit warlocky, but the candle theme is represented into it.
Okay, it's morning now, so you should be safe now. And as long as you keep that charm on you, you'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to make a whole bunch of others so everyone can have one. I have a bunch of work to do.
Yeah, Ludwig will pop his paws up on the edge of the bed and give Anna a lick on the face before she leaves.
Doggy. Hug. And
Yep.
give him a hug. Hmm.
As soon as Anna leaves, Thyri takes the amulet off and Like, stares at it for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be a normal amulet. It's very incredibly well carved, as surprisingly enough most things are when Anna decides to put her savant skills to it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, look at Ludwig and say, does this seem okay to you, boy?
I mean, I'll make an int test for him, I suppose.
Sure.
Let's see. Did you get a doggo shrug in return, but he'll give you a lick.
I will pat Ludwig, and then I'm going to just take the amulet off. I'm just gonna tuck it under the pillow here in this hotel I'm never coming back to. And yeah, we're just gonna move on.
Oh, Ludwig will silent rue at that.
Alright,
It's a gift.
Thyri will sort of sigh and, like, kneel down next to Ludwig and say, look, I know it's a gift, but something about all of that exchange rubs me the wrong way. Remember that Anna's friends with my mother and her organization. Not sure I should trust anything she gives me. I don't know if she knows who I am half the time. Okay. And she'll pick it up and she'll just stuff it in her backpack.
Yeah, he seems satisfied with that.
Alright. Gonna get scryed on so hard or exploded. I know how this goes.
The final boss battle happens, and then it turns out that, like, hidden on the inside of each of these runes that have been dampened with magic is a then fluffed dispel magic test. It's I-prepared explosive necklaces. Every single wooden chip in it is just a bomb. You'll get beheaded. Campaign over.
Yep, that sounds like a thing that would happen.
Thyri says, while also being a warlock. A schizophrenic warlock, no less, who thinks that God is telling her to kill all the dead things.
But he is! He literally is, though.
No, that's what you think. I mean, the paladins don't think that, so...
Well, the fucking
great.
paladins don't have warlock powers, so...
They have they have divine powers directly from the god. You happen to have weird warlock magic.
Yeah, well,
you
my
have literally
magic's...
holy witch powers.
My magic's
You would
holier than
think
their
it tells
magic.
you a taken telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like, a bee can only fly
know.
because it believes it can. The only reason you can do light magic is you're convinced that God wants you to use it to kill people that are dead already.
Like, he doesn't want me to kill people, just
Who are dead
undead.
already. Well, no. Yeah, people who are dead already. That's... Yeah, Savin's character's dismissive of an early onset Alzheimer character's gifts. Yeah. I mean, that does, in a way, it totally fits. Like, Anna cannot tell the difference between Thyri and her sister Rhea, to the point where she just blends both their names together because it's safer and she knows she can't get it wrong. It's actually pretty fucking tragic.
Yeah, a little bit. Also, I'm gonna lobby for Anna getting inspiration there.
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh, inspiration.
I mean, your character is just an inspiration machine, Kina. You know this, right?
It's an inspiration to warlocks everywhere. It's like the level of creepy you should actively be going for. Yeah. That's the thing, like, there's no documentation on the magic of being a warlock because half of it's Eldritch, and then there's this weird subset of crazy people who think God tells them that undead exist and should be destroyed.
Look,
Indeed,
I'm not
although
crazy, okay?
You've gone up against plenty of undead that did need destroying, but at the same time you've also met entirely sentient undead that your lust for god murder, like, nearly involved assaulting someone who has, like, quite literally been an innocent protector of secrets for a long time.
Yeah, but Scow.
Yes, also a la snack bar. Yeah.
Alright, let's leave.
Onward!
Okay. So yes, the weather is not bad on your journey. The road splits where you can move down to Ashenholds. You can see that there's probably another caravan or two that are on the road, although they're from Ashenholds. If you would like to flag anyone down and share news.
Nope.
Okay. I will see if any of the travelers want to flag you guys down for news because you just came from crossing. Yeah, actually. One caravan will slow down and move to the edge of the road so you guys have enough space, but the person sitting up front looks like a 30-something-year-old human male will wave idly at you.
Alright, I'll pull over and share the news, say what's going up on crossing, that though the weather's bad, it's nice and safe.
Yep. Let's see here. Yeah, of relevant information, I suppose artisans are being invited to Overland Keep to do work on great beast parts. A druid grove is being developed.
A druid's grove, you say? Oh, yeah. This is the news I'm giving them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's one less, great beast in the lake of the east, which is good news.
Mm-hmm.
And they, would all of you like to roll me 1d6? Oh yeah, and the Jarl got married recently.
Oh, everyone roll a... Oh.
Yeah, everyone roll a d6.
It's some good variance we got here, guys.
Okay, yeah, the variance is pretty much out there. Alright, so there is some possibly interesting information from them. Ask me 2 questions. And I will give you answers. They are answers that will be presumably correct.
Have they heard anything about what's going on at the Western Bay?
They have. Next question.
Get fucking shit.
No, I'm kidding. Okay,
You dick.
What does that mean? Yeah, it's not like when you talk to the caravan, it's like one of us must always lie and one of us always tells the truth.
Fucking gypsy sphinxes.
Time for insight checks.
Yeah, no, right.
I think I can't get below an 18 on those.
Fuck.
Oh, that's what I was...
Yeah, and then of course you just go, what race would you say I am? And then you realize that was the only question you got off them. Alright, so things going down at the bay. Yes, supposedly in the wake of someone testing ships in the greater north, in attempts to start hunting one of the larger great beasts out there, as opposed to killed it, it has forced it to just relocate. Sadly, its relocation has taken it to the, well, quote-unquote, warmer waters of this landmass. No, not the Beast of Blackwater. They're not... They're hunting for other grey beasts. They're not crazy. The Beast of Blackwater stays where it belongs.
Whew. Alright, so some sort of great beast is relocated there. Cool.
Yes, that appears to be the case. There also, it is, I suppose, good news for the Greater North that they have made a ship that is actually, quite large. It hasn't been, when it went out hunting for great beasts, it didn't immediately get the Beast of Blackwater's attention and then destroyed. Which is the general thing that keeps most people from trying that ship. So, good for them.
Alright, let's see. Does anyone else have a question?
You get one more.
I don't even know.
I feel like we should ask something about the Ashenholds because we did leave it undone, but I don't know what.
They will ask you what is a Tootsie Pop. I mean, if you don't have a second question for them, then they will continue on and thank you for the information that you've shared.
I mean...
has there been any major happenings in the Ashen Halls?
They start to tell you a tale that sounds awfully familiar to, you know, a group of adventurers went down into a tunnel where a number of soldiers went missing and then blew it down.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's
Okay.
weird.
Anything
Yeah.
else?
That's the most relevant thing that comes to mind to them.
Who would have done that, though?
Yeah, sounds like a bunch
Hannah
of great
legitimately
people doing
doesn't
that.
know.
Apparently it snowed outside, and I have not actually looked out of an open curtain. 1 second. Oh, I'll be fucking damned. It's like maybe 2 inches. It's kind of impressive.
We got like
Cool.
8 inches here the last couple days.
Yeah.
And I let Tasha out to play in the snow, and then she got kidnapped. It was great.
She
What
kidnapped
is-
herself.
She did that herself.
Well, I mean... She had some assistance.
True.
What is
I mean,
snow and
they
can you-
didn't stop her.
Well, this morning when I got off work, the windows were frosted over. That's about as the closest thing I got to that.
I'll be damned.
It's been real frosty here in the mornings. Hasn't snowed yet.
We were actually surprised. We got in the car and then turned on the wipers and like the ice scraping sound. It's like what it froze.
Yeah.
Half the state's on fire and half the state actually has frost. It's weird.
God, I kind of want to.
A Song in Ice and Fire, the California version.
I
That
shouldn't.
means that I have pizza.
I shouldn't do that though. That'd be a
You
bad
should.
idea.
Invest in terrible decisions with me.
No, I shouldn't. I should save that money. I should make some noodle soup instead today. Whatever. I mean, I want to ask a completely stupid nothing question that has absolutely nothing to do with anything, probably.
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
I want to ask the guy. I guess I'll just walk up to the guy, and as we're talking to him, and as he's about to go, like, "Excuse me, sir, can
Sure.
have you ever heard of the Circle of Stars?
What?
And do you know where it is?"
No, what is the Circle of Stars?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm looking for it.
Hmm.
I know I have to find it, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. She'll make an put her head. She'll like try to shield her eyes from the sun, and we'll just start looking around.
I see. No, I can't say that I know of any Circle of Stars. Well, I wish
Oh.
you luck in finding it. Sounds interesting.
I guess I'll just keep looking.
Yep, he'll wish you luck then. And they will
And
carry on
then-
their way.
And I will just skip away. Happy as a clam.
Did Anna say that in a way that the rest of us could hear that?
I hear everything.
She's got very good hearing, and her question was essentially echoed by him asking out loud. The Circle of Stars? No, can't say I've heard of it. What is it?
Okay, so... Yeah, I'll just ask Anna, what's a Circle of Stars?
Huh?
The thing you just asked that man about.
What do you mean?
The Circle of Stars.
What's that?
Blink.
And Squiggles will like peek out from the Squiggles papoose and squeak idly.
You! And Thyri will just point a finger right at Squiggles. What is the Circle of Stars?
She will pause and squeak. It sounds identical to every squeak she has ever squeaked. To Anna, it sounds pensive.
Anna, what did she say?
She said she's not sure.
And then she will, Squiggles will swim back into the papoose.
Fucking suspicion rising. Okay, if you're sure.
I wonder, can Ludwig understand the difference between squiggles and squiggings?
That's a good question.
Let's see. I think he can. He can tell that it is squeaking and pensive, just like he's silent ruse in obviously detectable ways.
Same brand of non-communication.
Yeah.
Obviously, they can understand each other.
Seen the end of this campaign. Yep, basically. The beast of black water leaves
Jesus
the ocean.
Christ!
Yog-Sothoth, yeah.
Horrifying.
He's saving. I just kicked Frank's. He's gonna need his roll back in like 10 minutes.
What the fuck?
He's doing politics and images.
Alright, you know what? After this, from now on, if you lose your writer's roll for whatever reason, you don't get it back. Get back to Frank's,
printed like 10 shirts last night, and they all said "Make America Great Britain Again."
Well, yeah, you guys need to get your just like you guys shout. You need to get yourself some democracy. You need to get yourself some monarchy.
Yeah, you need a monarchy.
You guys
need
really
to just reset, a hard reset.
Yeah, you get to try again in a few more years. I mean, right now it's Mortgage America Great Again, so it's okay. Yes, you get about about 20 miles in the like constant vague rain. You make it to the little village of Telngarden. It's a quaint enough place. It's typically a lot of like one-floor buildings, scoped roofs to make sure that snow doesn't destroy them. They have. I mean, they don't look like they're in any state of poverty. They're on a major road that some people take. Usually, people from Telngarden would like head up to a bridge that crosses into a village that then crosses Stronghold. So you know they're at the crux of a turn, but it's not like it's a big place. That said, they've got a travelers inn that also happens to like do double duty as their storehouse for things like animal feed, travelers' goods, that kind of shit. You're not going to be able to find any weapons or gear here, but you know, equipment and tools maybe.
Okay.
What a quaint little place.
Yep. There's like a possibly surly, like just dude in charge of the whole place. There is just about enough room for your carriage and horses. And they'll be like, oh well, yeah, welcome, travelers. I'm afraid most of the good rooms have been taken up by this point, but we've still got a few left for us. If a couple of you are sharing with each other, if you'll like glance amongst your group.
I'm alright sharing.
This suits Astrofine as well.
I'll bunk up with somebody.
Sure, I'll bunk up with a Viv.
Cool. That means Anna, Jeanette, and Saoirse are in another room. Just silver for each of you. It's technically 2 silver a room, but presumably you guys can do a silver each.
Yeah. Slumber party.
Saoirse would be excited about slumber parties, except she likes her sleep.
Yeah.
She even starts to doze off, and good luck waking her until morning.
Yeah. And if there's only like a slim chance that Jeanette will notice any of Anna's nighttime shenanigans. I mean, this is actually true. We know literally nothing about Anna. We think she's human, maybe?
Look, God would have told me if she needed to be destroyed, alright?
I mean, she might not even be human. She could just be a tentacle monster.
If I remember rightly, when you first met the vampire, didn't like your murder prejudice not actually like auto trigger until you knew that you were looking at a vampire? So your god does not tell you unless your own prejudice kicks in first. Thank you.
I mean, look,
It
A,
does
Thyri
not
doesn't
work
know
like an
that, and
undead.
B, Thyri's murder prejudice did kick in immediately. She just restrained herself until she was sure.
I have named all of my tentacles, I think. 1,
What
2,
the shit?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes, I have.
Your 20 tentacle names. Oh my. Bells, jingles, hoops, loops, swoops, snoops, bips and boops, boots and whoops, squigs and wigs, bigs and apples, pears, bananas, cherry, peaches, Thyri and Jen. Thyri! That's great. The only time Thyri gets mentioned now. You're Thyria, so she'll just think they're talking about her tentacle. That's the best. That was Squiggles' suggestion. She thinks it was a particularly good one. That's so great.
One more ends with Jen.
I'm just surprised the last one wasn't Jeremy.
Would you people stop naming things that?
It's a great name.
No, it's not.
It is.
The worm.
Oh, Jeremy.
You will be missed.
God damn it.
I mean, it could be Charles.
See, that's much
Charles.
I
better.
don't have to worry about
Get
it.
out of my
Get out of my head,
Charles.
Charles.
I still love that. Love that picture.
I'm just glad I don't have to worry about
Cocoa
scouting
exists in this
anything
setting.
Dan.
Does hot cocoa exist? This is important.
I mean, getting cocoa here is not exactly what one would consider easy, but
That is a luxury, an expensive luxury item.
Behold my gold. I
look,
don't
it's
spend
it's
money.
it's a question of getting it more than anything, because it literally only comes from a land that's accessible by like 3 people a year from the mountains. So no, I'm afraid there is not.
Ooh.
It's entirely possible somewhere a dryad knows how to like make cocoa, like cocoa beans, but again, that is not anything commonly known. But
Alright.
there are plenty of like malted drinks instead, so like malted milk and that kind of thing are still available. They're the closest you would get to a cocoa, and still be like a sweet drink.
So I'm gonna mark down an active quest for Saoirse now.
To acquire chocolate.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah. And Saoirse and Squiggles, of course, are gonna get whatever you just said, and Jeanette's gonna read bedtime stories.
Cool. One second, I just remembered something to go into the secondary log. Oh, hand holding. Lewd.
Too lewd. Could you get rid of that? I don't need Twitch seeing that. Jesus.
That's too late. You're already banned.
It's too late, man. It's there.
The meme is old.
It's an old meme, sir, but it checks out.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
That's correct, yes. Hedra has it right. Sugared warm milk with ground up nuts and for a starchy and nutty taste. That is correct. Like malted things. Since they can grow crops in the fields by the volcano.
Just drinking nothing but hot buttered rum.
Yep. Indeed, the only people who could potentially grow cocoa beans would be dryads because they get to cheat.
Saoirse is friends with a dryad.
That's true.
Does that mean Grandis has a nice supply of cocoa sometimes?
It's never come up.
No.
Hence
talk to her
Saoirse
about
quest. The quest for cocoa.
Oh my god, there's something that I left in the GM layer on my map that no one gets to see, and I forgot that I love that it's a thing.
No.
I mean, you can't
Fucking
tell us.
tease.
We gotta find it now.
I made it visible for 5, 4, 3,
I just
2,
see it. Oh.
1. Go.
Oh my god. Yes.
What?
Hey, you stole that
What
from
was
me.
it?
Yep,
No,
it was on the map. Yep, no, if you
Couldn't
saw it
see
but
it.
no one else did, no telling.
I'm just
hey,
gonna check the video.
Yeah.
cheating, but that was great when it showed up in. I'm really sad that you guys moved out of that area in StrayFinder because having her on the random encounter table was fun.
Yep. It's a good chat. I don't think it turns up on the stream, or maybe it does. The delay that your stream has on mine is absurd. The Ruru just turned up, like holy shit.
Wow.
But Jeanette doesn't want to go that far north, so like she's already nervous enough as it is going this far
Yeah,
through the mountains.
right near Redneckia. You got a glance, eh? Ah, excellent.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Neither do I. We'll just have to find it eventually.
Yeah, okay then. So yeah, you're in Telngorden over the night. The accommodation is what one would consider to be, frankly, poor, but it's still accommodation and better than being outside.
Fair
And
enough.
once more, there is a fresh morning. Do you have any plans that evening?
I think we're just traveling again.
Okie dokie.
Unless someone else has anything.
Sure. And now I'm gonna let the stream decide a thing.
Uh-oh.
No. Have we fought any cold great beasts? Does anyone remember?
Yeah, we had the Vorchild. It wasn't quite a great beast. It was a little great beast. It was an okay beast.
It was an alright beast.
We
It
don't
had
have
cold
enough
blood,
left
though.
over from that. Hang on.
Yes. Okay then. So, another vote. Another vote. Weather. That is correct. The options are sleet, storm.
Oh, Sniper already voted for Storm.
Of course he did. Clear.
I mean, I expect nothing less
Or
from him.
animals.
Animals is weather?
Animals? I am
Oh,
highly
hey.
interested in animals.
I forgot that I am
I'm
a
so
superior
confused.
human being and will steal stuff off of the loot list. So I have enough to make something. Awesome.
Yup, Snipe. Just clear just sounds terrifying. Says Go.
Yeah. Oh no,
Go
so
Super.
spoopy.
If it's clear, something's gonna attack us, obviously.
Okay, we got one vote animals, one vote clear, one vote storm / suffer.
I
You
mean,
say
I'm all
suffer-
for the suffering result.
The storm, yeah, that's bad, but it's the stuff that we don't know and don't see that's gonna be the real suffering.
Red blood. Another vote for animals and animal. Oh god. Okay, so yeah, multiple people are voting animals. All right then. So
I'm glad I got that spell.
the weather is going to be a little bit strange. Like there's like wind picking up as you guys are making your travel. You get to roughly midday, out here on the road, when like I forget, Thyri, would you be sat in the like actually up on the front, even if Jesus is doing the riding portion, or are you inside the cabin?
Yeah, I'm outside.
Sure. Ludwig will push his head through the carriage door and like tug on your sleeve.
What's up?
And then he'll look up.
I also
As you
look up.
realize, yeah, the clouds, there appears to be like a shape moving around inside them. Like, goodness knows how large it is. And as it moves around, the wind seems to pick up.
Guys, I think we might have some company coming.
What?
Oh?
I'm going to pull the carriage over and stop.
And there is a rumbling, like just a low, long, constant thunder. And then the rain seems to get heavier. The shape in the shadowy shape in the sky appears to disappear. But suddenly, heavy things are falling from the sky. It looks like fish. Lots and lots and lots of fish skeletons.
What the shit?
Little fishies.
They are sharp,
Swimming.
and they are heavy, and they are falling to the ground around you all.
I get into the carriage, just squeezing through a window. Fuck this!
Your horses begin to whimper and whine and stamp their feet.
Oh no. I direct Pablo to get us to some shelter fast.
Alright, make me an intelligence test, please.
Okay. Thyri Kunna intelligence test. Fucking average.
You don't immediately, see anything that might make for cover. You're probably going to have to try and find some way to protect your horses, because this is just a light showering, but, it doesn't appear to be stopping anytime soon. And, fish skeletons falling from the sky are going to do some fucking harm.
Oh, God.
Your carriage will take damage, your horses will take damage, and they are draft horses.
Hold on. How big is the carriage? How long?
I guess...
Is it less than 10 feet long?
I'm pretty sure it's longer. Let me think. I'm not sure. What's the average length of a carriage, come to think of it?
How long is a carriage? Let's just Google it. Why not?
Not the average
Size.
speed.
Let's see. Hey, this isn't the exact type of carriage we have, but whatever. No. Here we go. Width 63 inches, and length is fucking doesn't say. So well, it seems like it would be less than 10 feet.
Okay, so I can see the dimensions that they are meant to be. So what is the average length of a people carrier? About 4 meters.
How many feet is that?
12-ish.
Son of a bitch.
Or 16.
4 meters is about 13 feet.
Son of a bitch. Alright, well, fuck the carriage. It's just gonna get kind of fucked up. Alright, so if there's no cover anywhere, nearby, we're just in the middle of wide open snow bullshit, I guess.
Yeah, slushy, snowy road.
Alright, we park the carriage. I'm gonna cast Tiny Hut, and us and the horses are going to cram the fuck in there. We're gonna wait out the storm.
Okie dokie. Yeah, no, that is a good choice. Although usually it would be quite a challenge. No, there are no damn trees. You're in the middle of a long stretch of open road, in a place that is always snowy and rainy and windy. and near a volcano. Just going to add that one in there too. Yes, you usually would take a bit of effort to get like horses to join you in a tiny hut, but when the alternative appears to be staying outside with like fish skeletons and like half-eaten fish just dumping onto them, yeah, they're gonna go inside.
Yeah, alright, so we get them in the little barn door, we close it. Actually, wait, hold on. This... Did I... Oh, it's a 10-foot radius! Okay, so yeah, it's fine. We can get the carriage in here, too. Everyone just stays in the carriage. We put the horses next to the carriage, and we're fine. Okay. Yeah, we good. Alright. Excellent. So yeah, let's just sit in there, and then once we're safe and sound, I will turn to the rest of the party and go like, what the fuck? It's raining dead fish.
Hallelujah!
That's
No,
not good.
not hallelujah.
If
All
it's
the little
dead
fish look so nice and pretty when they swim around in there. Swim around in the air.
Just imagine what ate all this and caused all this to happen then, if there's this many falling down.
Is there like history or nature check we could make for this, if we've ever heard of this happening before?
You tell me. You can certainly try some checks.
I think Jeanette would try history, and Saoirse would try nature.
I'm gonna try Arcana, because this seems like some supernatural bullshit going on here. Never mind.
Oh, 21. And and then wait. Okay, I passed 15. It's 21 history and a 16 nature check for Saoirse.
Okay. So, a history is the highest thing you've got there going. You are aware of no instances of fish raining from the sky. Although, I mean, a history lesson, it might be the idea of great big shapes creating thunder in the skies behind the clouds. That's more the talk of legends and stuff, but it could be a great beast, could be a fucking dragon.
Could be Tam pulling one of his shenanigans again.
It could just be Tam fucking with y'all.
Does Saoirse's 16 nature reveal anything? 16's pretty good.
No. She will inform you that it is not natural for fish to fall from the sky at random.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh. Who would have guessed?
She will nod sagely.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna pull out the last resort here. I'm gonna consult the burb.
Wait, Anna, hey, with the survival, you have known of this kind of thing to sort of happen.
Wait, really? Oh, fuck.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Sometimes there would be these really, really terrible Arctic storms, and
Yes.
they would essentially lift, like, actually, honestly, usually living fish out of the water, and essentially make it rain. Admittedly, not for as long as it's going on now, but yeah, in like particularly strong gusts of wind, like essentially the Arctic equivalent of a tropical storm, fucking lift fish up from the water and dump it places, and usually they're quite large fish.
But-
Thankfully, not the bones of the fish that you're seeing here aren't as large as the ones that your fishermen would have usually gone for out of the ice lake or from the shores.
But we saw, like, a shape flying above the clouds.
That is correct.
This seems like some sort of horrible flying great beast. We got fucking Leviathan up there just belched on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. So, Tisham with a 26.
Yeah. Fucking tell me great burb.
His feathers will puff up and he'll consider for a bit. Where's Major Raptor?
I mean, if it's any consolation, at least whatever it was isn't hungry.
Titian will confirm that the dragon theory is the most likely one. Like, he's never heard of a great beast that big, apart from, you know, the drake that got locked away in a volcano. But that one's dead now, so...
So Titian says it's a dragon.
He says that that's the most likely answer. There's no way for him to know for sure, because he's certainly not going out there to check.
You sure, Titian? No, I'm just sitting about there.
He just gets nailed by a fish skeleton and dies. Just goes out there into the wind, and then 1 HP damage, he's gone.
We just see Titian just get crucified on the ground, like, before he even takes off.
Go, bird!
Not even a foot away from the barrier.
Yeah.
I mean, that has happened before when I tried to chuck him through the bars of the
Yes, you did,
prison.
but you tried to throw him through the bars of a magical prison, and he just immediately died of electrocution. Just fucking the only thing that made it through the bars was steam.
God. Alright. So yeah. I will turn to the party and say that Titian believes it might be a dragon. Like an actual dragon, not a great beast. A dragon.
Wow.
Circe's excited about dragons.
Does she want to try flying into the cloud level?
I mean, if she had like an invincibility bubble or something to help her, but she doesn't have. She wouldn't even. Bark skin would be useless for her. She has 16 AC.
That's a lot of AC.
Yeah, because she has armor. She's got good.
It depends. Would
shield.
bark skin work if she transformed herself into an animal that flew faster?
I don't know. No, she at her level, she can't turn into any animals that have flying speed. But she's a fairy and she can fly herself, so
yeah, it's not a big deal to her usually. Take that, 5e, you jerk.
But yeah, Saoirse's only like a third of the time insane, and so she's not gonna go out into the raining fish skeletons to go and try to make friends with the dragon, even though she really, really wants to.
She would have a hard time catching it, especially since it's above the cloud layer.
Yeah, and sure, fly speed is only 30 speed, so. Actually, you never told me her fly speed. I just have her regular movement speed. I just always assume she's flying, though.
I have a thing I'd like to do.
Sure.
Cast Augury.
Okay.
And I'm going to augur the course of action, communicating with the giant creature above the clouds.
It's a 1-minute casting time.
Yes, well, it's a 10-minute casting time, actually, because it's a ritual.
Okay. You can't get a result because 10 minutes is roughly when this weather would have already stopped.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you want its attention, Saoirse can take control of the lightning storm, and Jeanette can do other stuff. It's great.
I mean,
not agitate.
It is not a lightning storm. It was just raining.
Alright.
No, she can literally, if it's stormy out, she can turn it into a lightning storm.
She can turn it into one, yes. But yes, there's no lightning to take control of, but she can certainly create some.
Yeah, she can take control of the storm, and we can have a new dragon friend. Who wants a dragon friend? I kind of want a dragon friend now.
That you shoot lightning at.
Let's
It's a
not shoot lightning at the dragon. That's
not
like
going
a bad
to shoot
idea.
lightning at it. What I was going to do was make lightning just strike in the same place over and over to gain its curiosity.
I guess I have one question before we pursue this line of thought, which is, what direction was this creature heading?
intelligence test, I suppose?
Sure.
Hard to say. It was very large and it made a lot of noise, but it was still like a shadow amongst the clouds. You couldn't tell exactly what might have been facing, what might have been wingspan, what could have been tail. Like, you don't know. It was a blob.
Can I watch the blob going in any direction, or is it just, like, impossible to see?
I mean, it's certainly impossible to see now that there are fish skeletons falling from the sky. It's very obstructing to your view.
God damn it. Okay, well, I guess Thyri would have been casting augury, and then, yeah, the weather ends. And
No, what you're gonna have to do is convince Jeanette and her daughter that this is not a great idea.
I don't care.
Cool.
I'm gonna turn into a giant vulture, though. Actually, yeah, what's
Okay.
this thing's fly speed? So what's your plan exactly? Just to, like, try and Morse code with it? Be like,
Kind of.
"Dee-dee, dee-dee,
Jeanette's
dee."
gonna do something else. So, Saoirse is gonna cast Call Lightning, take control of the storm, and just make lightning hit, like, I don't know, ugly patch of snow. There's nothing around.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I've never actually tried doing this, but you know what?
She
I'm
will
all
have to
about
leave.
that.
She will have to leave the dome to cast it,
Why?
because spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. Because it's a rule of tiny hut. Otherwise, you'd be able to hide inside a hut and blast magic at people from the
Fireball
inside.
out. Yeah.
Just magic pillbox.
Yeah, exactly. Magic pillbox. It's
I-
not allowed.
That's actually a great idea. That'd be amazing. And that would be the most broken spell in this game. I understand. How close is the carriage to it? Did we just like jump out of the carriage and cast this?
No, we're in the carriage. The tiny hut is
You're in
behind
the carriage with the hut on top of you. The dome.
Yeah, like the dome is right above us, like just making sure that we don't get hit by like that fish bones and stuff.
Fine. You guys make everything worse.
It's not our fault Tiny Hut doesn't let you do a pillbox.
Alright. Well, that potion's out. That potion. That idea's gone. Okay. Is it like thundering out at all?
There's certainly a sound that sounds like thunder.
Alright.
It isn't. It sounds like it. As I say, it's literally just rain outside. Well, it was just rain outside. Now it's raining fish.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure to keep Call Lightning up, it's concentration. Is this concentration? Let me look. Yes, it is concentration. That means you'd have to be outside and be pelted, and I don't want her to do that.
Alright, no, hold on. I can help you with this.
It's
I can turn into a mammoth, and Saoirse can just sit under Aunt Thyri.
I mean,
Okay. Just so you're
Okay.
aware, you'll have to turn yourself into a mammoth outside the dome, otherwise
Yes.
you'll pop it.
I will step outside the dome, then turn into a mammoth. Which is
Okay.
just an action, so...
Yeah, sure. Give me a dexterity save. We'll see if you can get mammoth up before a particularly large fish hits you in the head.
Okay,
just
dex
a
save.
tuna skeleton comes out of the sky.
Bonk.
Alright, so no, you're gonna get beamed.
Okay.
You take 2 bludgeoning damage as a fish skeleton hits you in the head.
Ow!
And then she turns into a mammoth. Alright,
Bonk.
and so Station will fly out and hide underneath and cast Call Lightning. And then, yeah, blast, keep blasting like a, just like a spot.
Good. Here's a question. How far away from you?
I mean, like, not right next to us. It's not
As
a great
far
idea.
away as you can manage, because snow
Pretty
is
much.
conductive.
Yes, pretty much. How far away can I do this? Let me read the entire spell. Did you do the 60-foot radius? So 60 feet away.
Okay. 60's fine.
And Jeanette, what are you gonna do? Alright, well, since I can't, is it like spells, like, I can't even infuse raw magic inside of it? No spell works inside?
You cannot do any kind of spell effect from within your side of the dome, unless you are doing it within the dome for the dome. Like, you can cast little spells that don't disrupt it from inside it to targets inside it. That's basically it.
Oh, to targets inside it. Well, that's fine.
Okay, so let me scroll up to Tiny Hut. Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast a spell, can move freely over creatures and objects apart from passing through. Spells and other magical effects can't be... Yeah, it can't extend the dome or be cast through it, so... You can cast while it's in there, but if I'm just going to say if it's a concentration to like keep someone buffed, they leave the dome, that spell ends.
Alright.
Isn't
And
Thyri
we're gonna
stay in
do
the
another
tiny
bad
hut for it
idea.
to stay?
No, she is not staying in the tiny hut. Thyri cannot be in the tiny hut as a mammoth, because it
Right,
would pop
but-
the hut.
The spell ends if you leave its area.
Okay, I turn into a giant vulture. I stick my wing out of the hut, and then Saoirse can just stand in the fucking awning. Whatever.
Alright, cool. Let's go with just a generic... We'll do a con save per lightning bolt. We'll see just how resistant your wing is to getting smashed into.
Alright.
Okay.
How many saves am I making?
How many core lightning blasts are there?
These are 10.
There isn't like a set number. It's the spell lasts for like a minute. How long does this last? Up to 10 minutes. All right. So.
Okay.
Well, I guess just enough for it to be unnatural. So what, like 5? Save it.
Okay.
You can always yell at Saoirse to make her stop.
I mean, basically, when the wing gets penetrated and I lose all of my hit points as a vulture, I'm gonna pull it back and we'll be like, okay, time to go.
Saoirse will know it's time to go when she gets beamed by a fish head.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
All right.
Well, she's got good hit points, so.
Alright.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll just make like 5 to start with.
Let's see here. Alright then, so you're getting hit for 3d8. Like 9 damage over the course of lightning bolting. How much health has your vulture got?
22, so I have
I believe in you.
13.
Yay! You know, you used a cheat for it, but you got there.
Yeah, I fucking cheated.
With technology, because technology is the greatest.
Okay.
Alright, so you can do 5 lightning bolts.
And while they're doing this, dragons are okay. So how do dragons work in this setting? What would I know about dragons? Because I do have draconic. Do I know like that they like, like magic items, stuff like that? Specifically, like treasure and like baubles of interest. Do I know that?
You know nothing of dragons. You know where they live, and you know vaguely what they're meant to look like. You know vaguely what they're meant to be capable of, which is like incredibly terrifying things.
Can I make a check on one of them after pulling out my book?
I suppose so. The DC is pretty incomprehensible, but give it a go.
Okay. Well, it's like a history check, like to read in the history books, dragons were said to like shiny things, you know.
Except for history doesn't really exist in
22.
this setting very much.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like history doesn't. So the book is special. No, there's nothing in there about dragons. It would seem your master was not a fucker of dragons.
The book is a whispering book of madness. It's great. Okay, so 22 doesn't help. Alright, so I'm just gonna pull out that, and I quote, ancient hella fucking divine pink orb, and raise it aloft, and channel magic into it. Might kill us all, might not. I've never tried casting magic into it, I always intended to. So, two birds, one stone. This is great. Listen, I'm all about great ideas, guys.
Okay.
Should we go seek shelter away from you if you're going to do crazy stuff?
I've literally asked everyone on this planet what this orb does. We have no reason to believe it does anything other than it's very old, and it's not. I'm not doing anything. I'm just channeling a little bit of magic into it. Just a
Okay.
little bit. I'm not like dumping magic into it.
Just the
Alright.
tip. Just the tip.
Yes, I do. I am doing science.
Jeanette, can I have a dexterity save, please?
Sure. That one.
Okay. So you know how you used to have two hands?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, those were some great days. Those were great times. You focus magic into this orb. It vibrates violently and shatters.
Oh well.
You
What was
will
that?
take 23 damage, and your hand is cut off.
What just happened?
Large,
She
chunky
Well, the
shards
alchemist just blew her own hand off.
large, chunky shards of glass fly basically everywhere. I mean, thankfully you're like holding it aloft, so I mean, it's only really you who suffers proper damage. Like, there's people who might take, like maybe a scratch or two.
Okay, what?
She set off a magical bomb, basically.
Why?
No,
Why?
I mean, she did not set off a magical bomb. This shard shatters. The sphere shatters into a number of razor-sharp shards of thick, maybe like 2-inch glass, which would probably be indicative of the inside being hollow. And indeed, it must be. You shatter this orb, and a pink mist seems to creep out of it. It seems to fill the limits of the dome before seeping through its surface, just seeping out the top.
I will playfully bat at the mist.
Sure, it curls around through your fingertips as though you were literally waving your hand through thick steam.
Ooh.
And then the pink mist disappears into the sky.
Now, I assume at this point Jeanette's screaming in pain and clutching her stump.
It's a good thing that I've been holding onto something for a very, very long time.
Is it a mechanical hand?
No, I have a regeneration potion.
Okay, thank God.
Oh, good.
Okay.
I did really good on the test. Remember when we regenerated that girl's lungs? I did really good on that test, and I was wondering, man, when am I ever going to need to use this? Now I'm like, oh, pretty cool.
Now.
To be fair, I asked literally the most powerful people we've ever met what this thing was, and we weren't able to figure out and then identify when it worked.
Yeah, so what it is a hand amputation device.
Pretty much. So yeah, do I need to make a con save not to pass out from blood loss or something like that?
Absolutely.
Are we gonna go 40k? Is it gonna be great?
I'm gonna need a Constitution save because of the incredible blinding pain that comes with unsuspected.
Another nat
Okay, all right then. You eat shit.
Cool.
Okay, so at this point, because Thyri has no idea you have a regeneration potion.
Her daughter does.
Yeah, but Thyri is just gonna shift down out of bird form. Just fuck that noise.
Sweet.
Run over and start.
Saoirse gets clocked by a fish, and then will also come in.
Yeah.
She takes 6 damage as she's struck immediately by a fish. She goes, "Ow, hey, huh?" And then will flutter immediately into the dome.
Start pumping healing magic into Jeanette. Stay with me, stay with me. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Saoirse will panic for a moment, but she's a fae. She got this. She immediately goes through a rummage in Mum's magical bag, halfway climbing into it before retrieving a potion of regeneration.
Yay! And now we actually get to find out if there are any drawbacks to that. Like if she suddenly has a half aboleth lung now.
Or if you have 3 hands now. Just 2 wrists, 3 hands.
Right?
There we go, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sniffy just linked purified field dressings. Well played.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool. So yeah, I'm still.
Don't forget to write it down as science, otherwise.
Well, yeah, I will write this down, but you know, I'm unconscious. Regenerating my hand doesn't make me any less unconscious.
Yeah.
So, Saoirse's going to feed Jeanette the regeneration potion, and yeah, that was fun. I'm glad something finally happened with that. I've had that thing since like session 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, whilst Jeanette is unconscious and her hand, well, I would say regrows herself, but there is like a few pulp shreds of Jeanette hand hanging around somewhere that she'll just sort of hold against the stump until it takes. It's gory and messy and very bleedy. Yeah. I mean, you asked an ancient warforged whose job was to guard a place, an ancient vampire elf who didn't know what magic was, a grand knight who was a paladin, and a magical witch lady who has no major reason to know what the fuck that orb does. So yeah. Likewise, Dryad does not have anything to do with it. Your book as well. Listen, it's because there is very, very few people who would ever possibly know. Just them being old doesn't mean that they get to know weird magic shit. Why is my phone buzzing? One moment.
Oh, just gonna delete that off of my Google Docs. Oh, I still have those. Right beneath that is the deadly splash vapor from like forever ago that I still need to research. Oh, and Nat's 2 fem potions. Is Nat ever coming back, or is this a new character?
I mean, maybe she'll come back eventually. There's just a lot of months in game to go by.
Got these 2 fem potions that are just sitting in my inventory. You monster.
Ain't my fault. It takes like 9 months to do stuff with it.
Alright.
To be fair, it is your character's fault she got pregnant. With a regular human, no less.
Also, isn't it Jeanette's child?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Partially
We don't
your
know
fault
that.
there.
But
I mean, it seems fairly likely, but yeah.
yeah, it is, but we don't know that in character. We know that it's either Jason or Jeanette.
I mean, if we go to the Freelands, we can meet her.
I've been trying!
So, yeah, anyway, does the dragon come down and say hi now that we've detonated, horrible magical hand amputating device and lightning strikes and stuff?
We're faffing about because Scout left.
Oh.
Yeah, remember the phone call?
I assumed she was just gonna, like, look at her phone and then come back to the game.
She's still muted, so.
Well, I don't pay attention to Discord, Jesus.
I love those 2 nat ones in a row.
Yep.
I wonder what was in there. I wonder if we let something out. I hope I let something out.
I mean, we got this like way back, like in that kind of Warforged kind of thing, right? So
Yeah, she gave it to me as a gift.
So maybe it's like a core for a Warforged.
No. If it was a core for a Warforged, she would have known. And like all of the things I know about Warforged, I would have known. This is literally all Scout would tell me about it after an identify, which which is just supposed to identify things for you. It's ancient, hella fucking divine pink orb. So it's ancient, really, really divine, and it's pink. And now it's exploded. And now I have no hand. Well, I mean,
You had no hand briefly.
It's coming back. I have Deadpool baby hand right now. I also realized I can make boots of the Winterlands. I'm gonna make those.
Neat.
And what do they do?
Resistance to cold damage, ignore difficult terrain created by ice or snow, and tolerate temperatures as low as negative 50 degrees without any additional protection. And if you wear heavy clothes like we pretty much all do, you can tolerate temperatures as low as negative 100. Not that Scout pays attention to, like, negative degrees, but, you know. Still resistant to cold damage and the ability to ignore difficult terrain created by ice or snow.
That's some pretty good stuff in this setting.
Oh yeah, especially since I'm one of the healers, so it's probably good that I can run over difficult terrain to heal people.
Assuming the difficult terrain is snow.
Yeah, but every time we've had difficult terrain, it's been snow.
That might change now that I got Storm Sphere, though.
The what?
Storm Sphere. Part of its effect is that anything in its effect is difficult terrain.
Yeah, well, Saoirse can make difficult terrain anyways. I'm talking about just environment.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that must have been
I just
one
wanted
hell
to
of a phone call. Scrimshot.
Sorry about that. It was a call from my dad.
Okay.
Note and serious. Let's see here. So, well, last we left off, Jeanette was unconscious, and her stump was being regrown. Saoirse got as far as 5 cold lightnings. What was it, 30 or 60 foot away?
60 foot away?
60 foot. How much bigger do you think Jeanette will feel at a newly growing hand?
How much what?
Yeah, with the growing hand, the Deadpool teeny hand. It's gonna make my penis feel even bigger. Yeah, God, when you said I channel magic into it, I'm like, this is the first time you've tried it. And what time do you try it? In the middle of a magically sealed dome trying to call a dragon down. I mean, of all the prophetic times to do it, that's cool.
Listen, this was actually, if you take a step back and look at it, pretty badass.
Of course.
I mean,
literally, death is raining from the sky while your daughter shoots lightning to attract a dragon.
So speaking of which, how'd that go?
Oh my God, we are a
Well-
90s metalcore album cover.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. You're literally inside a wizard dome holding aloft a glowing orb as it explodes. There's just blood everywhere. It's the very most metal album you could possibly get. But something does indeed happen. The raining fish appears to stop. The rain as well seems to stop. It grows heavier for the briefest moment and then goes away. Almost like the clouds happen to get smashed to bits, essentially, above you. There is a rumble that shakes you to the core. It does a sound louder than anything you have ever heard. You suspect that it would put the volcano to contest if ever it decided to erupt. And a great dark form blots out what remains of the sun, now that it is temporarily revealed through the clouds, sailing down towards you, still with this constant seething roar. A massive figure crashes down outside your dome. The horses within are spared the immediate sensation of fear thanks to the impermeable nature of the magical dome. And there is a head looking at you. It's probably at least as large as the dome itself, with teeth as tall as people. You thought the drake was big when you saw it at crossing. This thing is about 5 times its size.
Well, Saoirse, this was your idea. I push the little fairy forward. Like
It
towards
lets
the
out a
door.
low growl, and you can see, actually rising from between its teeth, is a thick pink steam.
Oh dear.
And with that,
the
we're going
mid.
to call the session to an end.
Oh god.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh god.
Alright, well, I enjoyed what happened.
Yeah,
I
me
should've
too,
tried
but
hard
holy
talking
shit.
you out of this.
Yeah, holy shit.
That's also probably Saoirse's exact face, too.
So, should we show up next time with new leveled characters, or?
I don't know yet. A legitimate answer, I don't know yet.
Unfortunately, the only person that I know of in our party that can speak Draconic is unconscious.
Oh god.
I regret nothing.
This is gonna be great. Everything's gonna be fine.
Listen, it's we just need to die once and then ask Dragon Slayer Go to help us out. It's fine.
I'm trying to find
What?
pictures
I
of
liked
dragons
Go.
actually big enough.
Go was a cool guy. He was like he was like my favorite person from that X-Pack. Well, DLC. Dragon Slayer Go. Whatever. It's been
Which
like
incidentally means it's Executioner Smoff, not Smo, but
Good old Executioner's Moth.
because that's the pronunciation we know to be accurate is Goff. So yeah, he's Executioner Smoff.
Executioner Smoke.
for some reason I
Smooth.
always called him Hawkeye Go.
I mean, most people did until
This
like the one
this seems
random
like
dialogue.
a close concept of scale.
Oh god, yes.
It takes
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Wow.
Yeah, we fucked
mean-
up real bad.
Wait,
Oh god.
I mean, first of all,
Oh god.
it might not be hungry anymore. Second of all, if it was that big, its head would be the size of a small mountain.
Hmm?
You said the
Yeah.
size of a dome.
Yeah, 20
No,
foot by
the
20
front
foot
of the-
dome.
Yeah, I mean, its head is like up at the dome. I didn't say that was the entirety of its head, like its face, maybe. No, it is. That is the closest approximation of scale you're going to get.
Alright, so everyone, the good news is that Tiny Hut is impenetrable, so we just close the door. Just-
The bad news is that this dude is so big he could just eat the whole dome.
Well, yeah, but he's gonna have to
And then
wait 8 hours
swallow
before he
us.
can digest
In-
us.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
8
that will be
hours
long
of
enough for us to
howling
pass
terror.
through.
Yeah, no, but that's just enough time to take a long rest. And then
then
we
cast
just
Tiny
fight
Dome
our way
again.
out from inside.
As I know.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking die if he tries to attack us, obviously.
It's an instant death.
It was a bad idea to call this guy down.
Yes, this was...
No,
Yes.
this was a great idea.
No, it was not. I will fight you on this. It was a bad idea.
I'm
Straight
not
go-
going
I
to be
gave-
crazy.
I gave perfect amount of chances for you guys to stop either Jeanette or Saoirse, and you didn't.
I mean, yeah, we had our chance. And,
We
yeah,
thought we were gonna have someone who spoke Draconic, but no.
Yeah, but you can also literally wake her up instantaneously if you were just get into her bag of giant alchemist stuff.
Or just heal her.
Well, you did already.
Well, I'm sure everything will be fine.